So I'm going to tell you a little bit about constellation, family constellation work. It is a way, it is a method that usually is done in a workshop with other human beings, but it can be done with objects on a table and it can be done remotely. But what it does is it uh, reveals unconscious ties to ancestors, to an ancestor. You don't have to know almost anything about your family history because your field, the morphogenetic field in which we all operate, it carries all of that information. So we see it as it unfolds, and you come generally with an issue that's sort of intractable, that you haven't been able to change, that you haven't been able to uh, like something you haven't been able to create in your life, or something that just keeps happening over and over, or you see all the women in your family are X, Y, and Z, like they all have the same thing. And in the constellation, with other people being other members of your family or other things, it doesn't even have to be people, sometimes it's not. For example, addiction, one person representing addiction, and people don't even have to know what they're representing. But anyway, this work is magic, and it's life changing, and it's all in the heart space. So there's just people showing up there for you, and they're showing up out of love, and you're being vulnerable, and they're being vulnerable, and it's about trust, and it's the space that we all want to live in. So if there's something, and our ancestors, they want us to carry life forward, and they want us to live like the fullest expression of our most wonderful life. And yet, if something wasn't dealt with in the past, it gets repeated. And usually the most sensitive person in the family is the one who carries it. And then finds this work, and then can heal it, because they see it, and then they can put it in its place, and then they can give it back to the ancestor, and then they can actually live their own life. So that's what this work is, and that's the work I facilitate.